afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, here of Sight, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to an exciting 1 versus 1 unfavorable approach between the West. We got Wuff fighting for Germany, Deutschland, fighting for the 120th Volksgrenadier Division, versus in the East we got new maps of Terminal Cancer, aka the Cancerman, fighting here for the Soviet Union, for socialism. Fighting here for the 5th Tank Corps. And we got here Scavenge, Special Operations and Fortifications versus Parts and Tactics, got Motor and Lend-Lease Tactics with Infantry versus Sniper T-70 and Tank Bulletin. So a bit of a mix up there. Special Valve Command start here for Cancerman with Penal Troopers on the way there. Versus a more standard Volksgrenadier start here from a Wuff heading towards the point. He's actually rushing for the eastern fuel point. They're going to connect up to it. I mean, for the western plate, it is in some ways actually easier to defend this point than it is to defend the southern point. So that is certainly an interesting setup there by Wuff. And meanwhile, Cancerman there setting for the centre, wiring off this cutoff point here to make it hard for the opponent to dig in without sandbags and the likes there. Good work there, Volksgrenadiers moving about, here going moving up there, quickly spotting and avoiding, but at the same time pushing for the cutoff point. Steel Empires Quarter laying down barbed wire, need to stop and quickly fire back there with assault rifles. SVT-40s versus Sturmgewehrs. There we go, getting some good hits. Penal Troops already suffering losses there. Need to slightly push them better, but at this point might not matter. The Penal Troops are suffering heavily hit to the Sturm Pioneers. In fact, almost got the entire squad there wiped by charging straight at the Sturm Pioneers through negative cover. So that did not work out very well there for the Cancerman. The Sturm Pioneers were there able to successfully force them back, causing high casualties there. Never mind that, in fact, they were slightly not even that close, so they were sort of more likely fighting at the effective range of the assault rifles of the Sturm Pioneers than their own. Troops are reinforcing. Continue to move northwards here. Got more Volksgrenadiers here for Wuff, though he's now beginning to spread out. Which does mean he's actually at a slight disadvantage versus the Penal Troops, because, I mean, they can easily overwhelm a Volksgrenadier single-handedly, and even if they catch the Sturm Pioneers off guard, the Sturm Pioneers will quickly be pushed back. In fact, there we go, he's flanking behind, they're occupying the house, denying, and then following up here. This is going to be a pretty bad situation here. Wuff is going to have to retreat the Sturm Pioneers pretty quickly unless he wants them wiped. Because now they're not without the carbons, they're going to need to retreat. Get out of there, Wuff! Schnell! Rückzug! And there go, retreat. But already low on health here, and there he goes, going to try and wipe them. He's already got down to one man. The Penal Troops do have a lot of damage they've able to them. Close. Retreating through the cover there, and there we go, escapes damn close up. They've got more Volksgrenadiers here for Wuff. He's just going all in on them. He's going for 4 squads of Volksgrenadiers versus the Penal Troops. Well, that certainly means he can sort of, out-grab him. At the same time, if it then spreads out too thinly, I mean, it's going to be, Cancerman's advantage, since, one-on-one, the Volksgrenadiers don't really stand much of a chance against the Penal Troopers, unless they get some really good positions off. But Sturm Pioneers, they're reinforcing, Volksgrenadiers rushing ahead, southern fuel point, also the engineers, he's interested enough not moving down there to defend the fuel point, and here he's just basically sort of holding up. He's not concentrating his forces very well at the moment, whereas Cancerman is, wouldn't say quick to do it either. I mean, he could easily pushed up there, but he's quickly not that interested. Volksgrenadiers versus Penal Troopers need to get the other squad up there to support. Take up there for Wuff. That'll probably the Battle Group headquarters, since he's gone for that many Volksgrenadier squads. I mean, he needs something that sort of properly support them. Volksgrenadiers slowly dealing here with the Penal Troopers, but since they aren't quite flanking them, this could end up not too well there for Wuff. In the centre there, Volksgrenadiers falling back in the face of another Penal Trooper squad. We're up to 3 there for Cancerman. In the south, Volksgrenadiers pursuing engineers. So fighting all across the front. You see up north, Cancerman is rather leading here. The Volksgrenadiers quickly being flanked and just overall outnumbered by the Penal Troopers. In the centre, not looking good either. I mean, right now we sort of see a slight problem here with the Wuff's heavy Volksgrenadier build against all of these Penal Troopers when they're not quite focused together. There goes Sturm Pioneers versus Penal Troopers, but again now the thing's slightly different again. They're trying to attack out in the open, which rather leaves Sturm Pioneers much more exposed. Volksgrenadiers pushing out there, but now being engaged with the Penal Troopers. And there you go, forced to retreat. A few mines here, I think would be a good choice for Wuff pretty soon. Battle Group headquarters going up there for him, so he can heal his troops up, possibly get some light infantry guns, but also I think very importantly versus all of these Penal Troopers there, what would be a really good choice would be going for some machine guns. Would help, keep the infantry a bit more contained, and would also allow him to set up zones of control. That would certainly also allow his forces to operate a bit more effectively than they currently can. versus the penal troopers. In the south, the Volksgrenadiers is being quickly outgunned, again outnumbered and overwhelmed. There we go, veterans run for the Strafniki. He's going for anti-tank grenades, which means he's either going for conscripts or he's planning on partisans, in which case they'll be, be used by the partisan tank hunters. So it could all be an indicator here of a doctoral choice from Terminal Council, though of course Wuff won't know this at all. We got a man there by way here, good spot. In the south again being swarmed up, therefore need to go down that support. No medics up yet for him. We can consider some more mines around here, for example, that would be a good spot, or here. He needs to be careful though with those Sturmpioneers around those penal troopers have been caught. There we go, minesweepers up here. We need to retreat the Sturmpioneers. I think they're not in a good condition. Again, we got now 2 penal trooper squads around them. Then negative come along, helping there, got pushed back. In the south, Volksgrenadiers are fighting versus the engineers. You got no sign of the MD-34 here for Wuff as of yet. As for Terminal Cancer, aka the Cancerman, we have got nothing further there either. Flamethrowers up there for Cancerman's penal troopers, increasing their firepower there. Penal troopers were generally, depending on the situation, sort of equipped differently. I mean, if they're just, for example, there to, well, be used as living minesweepers, which happened at some stage of the war, though not later in the war, actually, they would have been equipped not very well. But, later in the war, they were basically sort of, shock troops, assault troops, and they were just basically well equipped for the role, a lot of submachine guns and the like. So, a little fun fact there about them. Troops to healing, reinforcing. Wuff a role rather sticking to a bit more of a piecemeal approach, which is a bit more dangerous as all these penal troops. In fact, we can see Cancerman is going for a 4th one. That is 4 squads of Strafniki. That is definitely a heavy approach there from the Cancerman, but it can work out though, and so Knowles can then have a really heavy punch there against Wuff, which is something Wuff needs to be careful with, and that's certainly going to play a premium, I think, on a machine gun or flak half-track. Man with off the killing, well, Sergei, but that's about it. And again, we sort of see a problem here for Wuff again. He is overextended versus troops that are of notably high quality. I mean, again, most one-on-one engagements, particularly now with the flamethrowers, are not going to be very favourable for Wuff. So again, needs something here to help sort of make it work a bit better from there. Go, Jump has been caught here cutting the wire. He's not paying attention. Oh, 9. That was really risky there. No idea what Wuff decided to cut the wire there. So close to the opponent's base, but nothing covering either there. That was a poor tactical decision. He wasn't paying attention. He got quickly punished for that. He tried, to get back, but then it was already too late there. So that did not work out well for Wuff. And that's going to be a huge loss in terms of one of his better units versus the penal troopers at the moment. And they're only getting further heavily upgraded. Also noting he has yet to upgrade a single Volksgrenadier squad with assault rifles. It's definitely not in Wuff's favour either. He's now replacing the Sturmpioneers, which is not bad, but would be better if he hadn't replaced them in the first place. Engineers there versus Wolves, because he might try and get a wipe, he might be able to get it off, but nope. Looks like the Engineers get away there, and the Volksgrenadiers need to retreat before they themselves get wiped. That's going to be a loss there. I don't think Wuff can sort of easily handle. Penal troops grabbing the southern field point back at Cancerman space. You've got nothing further going on there. No tech up. No doctoral choice either. Still no assault rifles. We do have more Sturmpioneer there for Wuff and the 120th Volksgrenadier Division. Got the penal troops that are engaged with the Volksgrenadiers. And he's taking up, they're going for the tank with the tank command. That's certainly going to place further pressure here on Wuff, who's I think he's going for some assault rifles somewhere. There we go. One squad is at least getting, and now sort of beginning to focus the troops a bit more, which is certainly necessary. Penal troops being engaged out in the open, pulling back there towards the house, which, well, not the best setup there. There's only going to be 2 able to shoot back there, so in theory, Wuff could deal with it quite nicely with a few incendiary grenades and the likes. And just sort of shooting. We've got more penal troops arriving here, so that might certainly change again. In the centre here, Volks being engaged with penal troops. In the north, penal troops a lot there versus Sturmpioneers. Volks has almost got the assault rifles up. He's not going for any additional assault rifles over that though. And Volks are trying to get up an incendiary against the penal. Oh, it's a grenade assault. He's gone for scavenge. Jaeger's called in. There you go, pushing back the penal troopers. I'll turn away. Up north, Sturmpioneers running straight to the flamethrowers, and the penal troopers out in the open. Need to retreat pretty quickly. In the centre, penal troopers being pushed back here. And the south Volks need to get moving ahead there as well. We got penal troops moving up there. More flamethrowers. He's just upgrading every single of the squad there with flamethrowers, which is going to make it really difficult for Wuff to use houses or heavy cover. There's a pretty nasty development here. He's going for like head effort since he's probably at this stage expecting light vehicles of some kind from the Cancerman here. He still has to keep in mind right now the priority is very much is somehow halting the penal troops, and that the lack of a machine gun I do think is really hurting him, since that would help him contain them at least somewhat. That he also keeps, you know, operating his infantry, so split up I think isn't helping either, since Cancerman here is obviously decent at least, sort of working them together, which all means he can quickly get an advantage in most engagements. Which is definitely not what Wuff should be working towards, in particular since that does end up hurting Wuff's map control. Once they engage again by the penal troopers, quickly forced out into the open, where then of course the rest of the units then becomes better performing. Again, never out there for Wuff. He'll likely end up calling in the Ostwind here, so trying to turn things around, you know, with the Flak Panzer. He can also call in the Jaegers. Fun fact, by this later stage of the war, basically roughly around the end, they're actually bicycle Jaegers, or Radfahrjägers. Fun fact, they're bicycle mounted units, so generally overall more and more units were mounted on bicycles, even Panzer Grenadiers, when they couldn't get trucks or cars or anything they were supposed to have. Thoughts a bit of trouble, the penal troopers almost got assault rifles. He's been rather late in upgrading to any sort of amount of assault rifles there versus the Cancerman's penal troopers, which is a bit of a surprising move. There you go, grenade assault, but it's been getting absolutely pummeled out in the open. The lack of sandbags certainly isn't helping out Wuff here either. He's got the Sturmpanzer grabbing the northern munitions pump, but that's about it really. In the south, Volkswagen's moving ahead here. Penal troops waiting behind heavy cover. T-70 halfway done there for him. We got a truck out there for Wuff. Looks like he's going to try and set up a Schwerpanzer quarters, which is right now a pretty risky idea. I think he should wait with that one a bit. In particular, acting until he did close to the front. We got Sturmpanzer with the penal troopers moving in there. And again, they're more veteran now, plus they got flamethrowers. That's not going to work out too well here for the Sturmpanzers. And we do see there Wuff is forced to retreat. In the south, we got finally a bit more coordination, but still it's versus, you know, more larger numbers of penal troopers. Oh, that's a mistake. They're pushing out into the open. Quick grenade assault here. And we do see retreat there from the Cancerman and the Strafniki. But we have the T-70 light tank on the way. The Raketen efforts nowhere near to be seen here. And the Volkswagen just need to retreat before the T-70 wipes them out. And almost pulls it off there with its 45mm gun. Up north here, we've got the penal troops heading to the Volkswagen, pushing them back. And as a fun fact, Volkswagen divisions did fight on these to be front. It's just they tend not to get a lot talked about there. But they fought around, you know, Budapest. They fought in, I believe, actually in the Narva there and the Baltics. Other places. So a little fun fact there. Troops healing reinforcing. He's very close to be able to call in the Flak Panzer, the Ostwind. Cancerman there floating an awful lot of manpower, which I think also speaks a bit there of the success of the penal trooper play there, and the fact they might not actually be that expensive to reinforce. Perhaps, or just the effectiveness of it all versus Wuff again, who's been struggling to get in some good damage. He seems very intent on getting up the Schwerpanzer quarters though. To somehow solidify some kind of map control here though. I mean, he's not that far off from an Ostwind. And we could see here that actually he does something with it, well, you know, which is usually why, you know, trying to just, if you are floating a lot of manpower, don't know what to do with it, get up some fuel caches. And there we go, we got the Flak Panzer out there for Wuff. Bit of a desperate gamble to get him out of this rather deep hole he's managed to get himself into. Should be able to do some damage there, help deal with the T-70 as well. And right now, I mean, he doesn't have a lot there. I mean, obviously, he's still got Partisans and he's still got Murder to help us. And there you go, Flak Panzer getting off some good hits. Pushing back the penal troopers with its 37mm flak. We got the Panzer section of the Sturmpanzers.
We now stand at 300 points.
Wuff here taking the armor threat more seriously now. And obviously the infantry threat seriously as well there with the Ostwind. Which was generally the least produced of the German Flak Panzers. Generally, though, they didn't have a lot of Flak Panzers. Most they might have close to 200, and that was the Flak Panzer Giant Axis T Gepard, which was based on a Czechoslovakian tank, the one that serves to the, you know, the core for the Hetzer tank destroyer as well. Little fun fact there. Almost got the T-70 there. Ostwind moving westward to deal with some penal troops over there, opening up, veteran free, which will also serve as a nice front there for experience for the Ostwind if we get some good hits. Cancerman, they're not quite paying attention. It's actually suffering heavy loss. We could see a wipe down the penal troopers. Almost got them. Down to 2 men, low on health. Finding in the center, penal troopers pushing forward to them. A bit of a block maneuver, but there we go. Almost got it wiped. Volks goes nearby, and there we go. Wipes the penal trooper squad. Bit of a loss there to put it mildly here for them. They loses the Volks squad on return. Need to get more pressure off there. We got penal troop taking damage up here. Still further fight. Need to get the Osman up to support. Moving in there. Note he stopped before shooting away there to get the most accuracy on this thing. There we go. Lands an excellent hit. Guts the penal trooper squad. Almost gets it wiped as well. Oh, didn't get another wipe. That would be huge there for Wuff. That would certainly allow him to, I think, get back in the game more seriously by wiping that many penal trooper squads. He would actually drive into the base, possibly do it, but looks like Wuff is possibly wisely, I think, actually not doing it. I mean, he never knows what's into the base. At the same time, though, Cancerman has tagged up there, going to go for the T-34s as soon as he can. That's going to fresh pressure to Wuff, who's got not much to deal with that. But at least he was able to do a lot of damage there to Cancerman with his flak pants and gave him a bit more breathing room. Schwerpanzer quarters following up there. Could go for some Obersoldaten. You could also just go for some more Sturmpioneers with Panzerschrecks, which, considering there's going to be more armor out in the field, would, I think, be a reasonable idea. In the south, T-Center going to strike here at the Volksgrenadiers with its 45mm gun, tearing into them. Need to be careful there. Onto Officer Otto, needs to get his men out of there before they get wiped. They need to get the flak panzer down there. Oh, looks like he's actually going to try and flank behind here. The T-70 cut off its retreat path, ensuring he can't get away there. Though we can now see he's actually gone here for partisan doctrine. He's actually using here spy network to spot out his force on the main network line to react better. And we got a second fuel cache up here, basically. Cancerman is setting himself up there for the long game now and preparing to just hit his opponent with a lot of tanks. So definitely some strategy there going on from Cancerman. Up north, penal troops, the Osman quickly getting out, but would have been fast enough here against the Osman, which is now shooting on the move, which obviously means it's less accurate. Again, we're talking 50% cut in accuracy. And the south, penal troops grabbing fresh territory. Then we got the first T-34s from 6 out there for the tank core. And there you go, Osman getting the T-70 there, getting a few penetrating hits. Veterans 1 gained as well. In the south here again, his Volksgrenadiers are extended, are taking a brave beating there from Cancerman's Grafniki, who are veteranly free. In fact, most of his penal troopers are veteranly free, except for the one that had to replace the one that got wiped. Penal troops in the centre there getting blasted by the Schwerpanzer quarters. T-34 going after the Osman, need to get it back, they need to get some support. Volksgrenadiers nearby. There we go, got anti-tank parts out. You need to try and deal with the Volksgrenadiers. Damage engine. Almost got the parts in there. T-34 taking heavy damage. Panzerfaust there. Penal parts retreating. Almost got the T-34 there. Almost got it. Almost got it. Main gun destroying the Ostwind. There we go. Kaput. That was definitely a harsh loss there for Cancerman. Got more spy network. We got penal troops pushing through. Then he actually uses it to quickly spot out if the Osman is still there. And there we go. He hits it with another anti-tank partisan squad there, getting it. Though in the end, he's then expended a lot of resources just to get that one Osman, which had already wiped one of his squads, and he lost the T-34 in the process. So while Wuff did in the end lose the Osman, the overall amount of resources Cancerman had to spend on it to sort of get it, plus had done a lot of killing on his own, I think, rather make that work out for Wuff. Though he still needs to be able to quickly follow up there. Again, some more Soldaten, I think, would help versus all the penal troops there. If he gets some light machine guns, that could certainly pressure some of Cancerman's infantry a bit more. But he got fine an MG-34 though. I mean, that also works, but you know, it took him long enough. Jump on his Portland down a mine. Patrick fired, did not hit. There'll probably soon another tank here again with the 2 fuel caches. He can maintain a very strong fuel flow, and that will just keep the tanks flowing out. In fact, currently he can get out one. I mean, in terms of fuel, every 2 minutes manpower-wise, you can turn the ultra fit in. So basically, one T-34 every 2 minutes right now. That's not exactly half bad. That's a lot of T-34s very quickly if Wuff can't contain it. Parts of there being shot down, but Fulton's up here. We got more penal troops supported, but parts of there. Fulton's need to retreat. And unfortunately, they're trying to grab the fuel point, are getting pummeled themselves. Troops rushing back and forth between the front line and his base. And we got more spy network there. He is certainly a very, very fanatical user there of spy network. I mean, most players tend not to use it, but pretty much just use everything on the mini-map, which is a pretty handy ability overall. Allows him to keep track there of Wuff's forces, including his anti-tank weapons.
We've lost a squad
Wipe the
of
Volkswagen
infantry.
squad there. The T-78 are nasty. Another flak panzer here for Wuff. They're relying on those. There you go. Okay, now gets the T-70 alongside a Panzerfaust there from the Volkswagen. Finally putting an end to that, which should give us the infantry just a bit more breathing room, though not a lot. You got the MD fighting in the centre there. You got Osman opening up the penal troopers there. Heavy fighting here. Heavy damage. Penal troopers moving in there, trying to flank for the Raketen effort. Parts need to get out there before they're wiped out here, and there you go. Parts of penal troopers. What on earth we call them partisans, I have no idea. Got two squads there doing nothing, could try and flank about somehow. Flak panzer there pursuing. And they're engaging more penal troopers there, doing good damage. Hunting them down. You should try and flush out those two penal troop squads there. He's actually going to attack into the base now. That's a lot more dangerous than it was previously, to be honest, but nonetheless he goes in for it, and they're going to counter the anti-tank partisans with their built-up Panzerschicks. I don't actually know how many Panzerschicks the Russians got, or for that matter, partisans got, although I do know they got a lot of Panzerfausts. In fact, the Russians got so many doing, for example, Operation Backrash, and they just handed out to the troops, who actually used them for bunker busting, rather than taking out tanks primarily. Fun fact there. They did catch a lot of them. I think we're talking at least 1 million sort of Panzerfaust secured. It's a little fun fact there, actually. Point they're being secured. Also, nice setup with the fuel caches, by the way. The sort of point where the opponent normally doesn't look. They're also rather safe in that way. In the south, they're being towards the Osman, taking damage, though he's moving about there. So again, that does lower the accuracy of the Osman again by 50%, meaning it's overall less likely to get some good hits. Even if he gets up close, it's still going to be more accurate just firing at Mac range and not moving there. In fact, the team made a mistake, in fact, by getting up close, because it made it easier for the T-34 to rush in there, ramming it. And we got the anti-tank party going to kill that terminal. Cancerman there really wants to get that flak panzer flank. In fact, oh, jeez, he made a really bad call here in the end, though. It basically turned against him. His T-34's just, completely stuck, and he lost both anti-tank parts and huge loss. Up north, MD-34, they're inside the manor house, pushing back the penal troopers and the engineers here. There's actually a good chance of things Wuff to really get back in the match, though. If he gets this Austin fixed up and gets out some armor soon, he can that way build up an advantage. Though I do think, well, actually we'll cover that by the mid-game analysis. In the south, the Jaegers out here for Wuff to get points to support the 1 in 20th Fultz Canadian Division. John Pioneer's reinforcing, close to it in the free, good work there. Academy for hidden behind a tree. Remember, Jürgen, you're just bushes. German bushes, but bushes.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Penal troops going to be interested. South is just about to call them partisans again. Damn it. And we've got a big assault going on. He's going to try and basically hit the machine gun from several angles, making it harder here for it to clear up the attack. Nice move there by Cancerman. Basically using one as bait. In the south here, Jaeger's being swarmed. Need to get the Osman down there, but he can't. So he needs to retreat the Jaegers, but that might actually... Yeah, that's too late already. Unless he gets really lucky, which he doesn't. So there we go, wipe there. Ultimately, they didn't do that much. That's just throwing manpower down the drain there for Wuff. He could actually sprinted them out, through here, then hit retreat. Most people actually tend to forget that Jaegers have sprint.
An anti-tank gun has taken
Osman
the
good to
field.
go. Time also for the mid-game analysis in terms of damage. They're pretty close to each other. Kills-wise, though, Cancerman is very much in the lead here, thanks to the penal troopers and all the flamethrowers. And again, the fact that Wuff rather gave them a lot of faults. Going to do see targets. Plus, he split out was meant too thin. That really, I think, gave Cancerman a good chance of getting, gaining early dominance. Had he gotten some MD-34s out sooner, maybe some additional Sturm Pioneers, I think Wuff would have had a better chance there. But army value-wise, he's been sort of ahead, though, but still suffered a lot to the penal troopers, and now things are a lot more sort of here and there. I mean, again, he has been able to do some good damage here thanks to the Osman and some, aggressive moves from Cancerman, which didn't quite work out, which has, again, allowed Wuff to sort of now equalise things a bit more. Resource float-wise, a lot closer, points held. Cancerman has very much been in control until now, again, where his forces have been, diminished sufficiently enough for sort of Wuff to get back into things. But Wuff is certainly under still a lot of, struggling. He's lost a lot of infantry. He's down to just one Sturm Pioneer squad and 2 Volksgrenadiers. and he's actually had a lot of infantry out there, so those are some serious losses for Wuff he needs to do something about. I definitely think Wuff should consider some mines in there to part, help stop the tanks, because, I mean, Cancerman is just going to be throwing tanks at him, so anything you do to minimize one of the advantages, which is his speed, I mean, it's going to be, I think, really good there for Wuff. Will allow him his Steel Pioneers and like Kedmef to deal with them a bit more expertly. Otherwise, he needs to get out some armor, and I think in that department, considering how many T-34s Cancerman is throwing out, I think a Panther would actually be the better choice. It's going to be risky, it's going to take some time holding on there, but the Panthers, A, going to have more range, which means the T-34s can't so easily ram them, and Cancerman has very much shown himself to be fond of that. Got more health, and of course the armor, meaning overall it's going to be a lot harder for him to take out. So think a Panther, well, again, a bit more risky just in how much resource he has to put into it, might work out better, because it's still going to be harder to kill for the Cancerman. So I think it's going to be an idea therefore to consider. I also think he should get some orbitals done with light machine guns, because they will be able to, I think, more comfortably deal with the penal troops at range, bleed them up before they get close. I mean, just going for Fultgunners and Jaegers versus this, I don't think it's going to work out too sharply for Wuff. So I think he needs to get those. But again, Panther then supported by the Ostwind and Orbital and other bits there, and I think could do well. He could also, I think, consider additional Steel Pioneer Squad with an additional Panzerschreck though until then, just to help to deal with all the T-34s. I mean, a pair of Panzerschrecks can do a lot there. Plus, on Steel Pioneers again, he gets a lot of assault rifle fire, which will also help versus the penal troopers. So I think that's going to be sort of the idea there for Wuff. But otherwise, mines, so try and play his forces a bit more cohesively. I mean, he has been also getting a lot for Fultgunners, then playing up very thinly, which has been to the advantage. He needs to concentrate fire a bit more. And needs to also be a bit more careful with his MG-34. Need to use it to support his infantry. In that regard, he might even consider another MG-34. And if you can do that, I think you should have a good chance here versus Cancerman, who's making a lot of risky moves. So, I mean, if you can sort of get up something that can sort of hit it harder, I think you should have a good chance. As for Cancerman, more tanks, more infantry, some mines here and there to hurt Wuff as he tries to get back territory. Though we've got some demo charges there. Maybe a Katyusha. So we help with some rocket artillery. I could go for a support company and some mortars and Maxims to support his men, help him hold ground a bit. But otherwise, I think he's, playing pretty well, and so far has been sort of, reacting quite nicely to what Wuff has done and been able to punish it quite severely. So not so much there, though. Again, he needs to be careful with some of the risks he's taking. Again, 2 partisan squads and a T-34 just in an attempt to take out the Ostwind is a bit aggressive, but since he's used no cover there, so he needs to be a bit more careful with that. But let's return to the fight. Austin Flak Panzer then moving northwards, 5 killed, close to veteran to 1. Also note the Ostwind for the Oberkommando, the Wehrmacht is pretty much the same. The only difference is basically you don't need to take for this one, and it's got veteran 4 and 5, but otherwise, I mean, in terms of stats, they are pretty much the same. They have the same accuracy, same damage, health, and armor. Again, it's just the veterancy and the fact you don't need to take for this one. That's the difference. Got the T-34, they're finally knocked out with their Raketen Panzerbuchse. Osman going to hunt, but again needs to be careful with it on its own. Careful, Wuff. Vorsicht. It's a Flak Panzer, not a Flak Panther. And even then, that indicates, it's, primarily for shooting at aircraft and infantry as well. Demo charge there, which certainly doing a nasty number there in Wuff's troops. T-34 they're waiting out. The T-34s from the 6th, the 1943 model was basically the last model of the 76. They were used to the end of the war because they had so many and they're just going to use them until the end. That's rather sort of the Russian approach, usually due to logistics and other elements as well. Of course, they kept losing tanks, so they rather had to prioritize, different kinds of tanks for different types of units. As it wasn't just the cases. I think some believe that, once, they had the T-3045, like, all the 76s were, like, magically replaced. That was far from the case. I mean, they were associated more towards reconnaissance and other purposes, actually replacing the T-70, but overall, they would still be utilized, for other units that, couldn't get the T-3045s.
Territory is falling into enemy
In the south, though, pushing forwards there, Osman or Kedmef for Steel Pioneers a bit close to each other. Again, I mean, he's trying to drive a really broad front against the Cancerman here. Unfortunately, they're taking damage. Again, the penal troops there are really, really nasty. Artillery strike called in there. I think just for a single infantry unit there is a bit much. Grabbing the victory point, is certainly a bit behind there. Cancerman there, we got a big penal troop pushing to the south. We got no machine gun supporting it, and the Ostwind is sort of, I think, taking through reserve position, but Not entirely sure there. He seems to be milling about a bit with it, but he's going to need it down south very quickly. Deal with the penal troops there to gain an advantage, though of course he's got to be careful like Kedmap as well. So there you go, 2 T-34s out here for Cancerman and the 6th Tank Corps. Into the south there we got them, penal troops bringing back the Fult's going to need to get the Osman like Kedmap down there. Fult's is nearby. I think he's actually trying to bait out the Osman and then hit it with the T-34s, basically launching a big infantry assault, which is going to draw out the Osman. Actually has destroyed enough assault and retreat, and then sort of keep T-34s ready to strike then. Maybe. Booby trap off there, probably maybe a mine, either way killing a few penal troops. Osman they catch the Strafniki, killing a few of them. He could go for the Yak Panther now, that could also work. I mean, he does have the rear fire, the problem is if he gets swarmed instead. Panther Force option also an option, but it doesn't quite have the armour there, I think, to really satisfaction to sort of deal with the T-34, at least not the numbers of them. Again, that's the thing where the Panther might stand a better chance there, in particular also making better use of its range against the T-34s. Plus, again, with more health and armour, it's not going to be too vulnerable to the anti-tank parties either, as we've seen again. Cancerman is quite fond of using those as well. Fulton squad almost right up by the demo charge again. I mean, that's some luck there for Wuff. 2 squads almost right by the demo charges, but only almost. And that's usually what you call luck. MD-34 needs to get away there. Good luck, anyways. He's going for the Panther 4. I can understand it, but I do think the Panther here would do the better choice again. He's up against a lot of T-34s, going up against the opponent, can keep going for more T-34s. Though, of course, the thing is, Wuff might not be aware of how many T-34s Cancerman can get out quickly. I mean, again, he might not be aware at all of the fuel caches. So, I mean, again, that might be the reason he's not going for the Panther. But still, he's seen a lot of T-34s. So, again, I think Panther here would be the wiser choice here for Wuff. But, again, he might have some other reason. T-34 taking hits from the Pantrix and the Kedner for Osman there gets away, needs some repairs, but it's close to T2 here. Continue to pursue the T-34s. Now 3 T-34s need to be careful, there's infantry in front of them. Can do a lot of damage there. Got an MD-34 by Kedner for covering it, though it is low on health here. Getting hit there, and the T-34 close to T2, trying to flank in. We got more T-34 coming in like Kedner, but it's not going to help against that. MD-34 needs to get out of there. He's going to lose it. He's going to lose it. He's going for another Kednev. He's got the Panther 4 but again versus 3 T-34s. And lost the MD-34 and the Kednev. Quite a few losses there for Wuff. And he's sending in the Panther 4 on his own. Not a good idea there. Nicht eine gute Idee. Getting a few kills there. We got forces supporting, we've got a lot of things supporting it. He needs to get the Osman up there at least, plus his jump pioneers. And there you go, T-34's getting after the Panzer 4. Just need to pull back there. T-34 shot bounces off the 80mm of armour there of the Panzer 4. Forces moving up there. T-34's charging forwards, moving up the Panzer 4. The Kednev trying to sit up here, but it's not quite a good angle at all. Osman hanging back there, more Kednev's arriving. Got engineers flanking from the south here, T-34's pulling back, MD-34 drawing in, infantry dealing with that, need to pull back the jump on for what is pressed. Moving up the Panzer 4 though, still has to be careful, there's a lot of T-34s there. Kednev engaged by the engineers, Panzer 4 there all the way down to half health of the T-34s. And they're going to tank partisans. Oh dear, and there you go, ramming the Panzer 4 with the T-34, knocking it out. Kednev is to occupy, they didn't allow them to shoot only at infantry, so they actually engaged the engineers because he attack movement to get in there. That's not a bad idea in theory, just remember, prioritise vehicles. That was a definite unfortunate development there for Wuff. It's Osman there hitting Victory 2, but that Panther 4 there was basically thrown away. I don't think you should have tried to engage the 3 T-34s head on there, at least not without some serious anti-tank support. And the problem is the anti-tank support was not there on time. That was a very bad engagement there for Wuff. Whatever parity might have came there with the Cancerman might have just in fact been thrown out the door right then and there. And the Panther again could have stayed at a safer range, having infantry spot for it that way dealing with the tanks. And again the anti-tank plant would have still been able to do some damage, but again the Panther would be able to shrug off the hits and, you know, get out of there. Yeags again infiltrating south, going for the victory point there, Fult's heading southwards. Again he's splitting up very quickly. Need to get that Osman fixed up for the fatherland, which is now a bit 2-2 and thus a bit higher rate of fire. which does help a bit. There's only really bits in defeat. It sort of gets, you know, sufficient high rate of fire to do something. Up north here, he's... Comrades, what are you doing? We're not fascist tank. It's dead, comrades. What are you doing? Please. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure he's actually intensely trying to wreck it, so he can just call in a new one without having to repair this one. The callousness of Cancerman. The absolute callousness. I think he's given up there, realising there's no friendly fire there. Ottoman down south, therefore, again, rather scattered. Akednev is scattered. I mean, it's rather lacking something they can more seriously challenge there, the penal troopers, and without the MD, it's got a few options there.
Taken our supply sector.
Osman moving up. Oh, he's charging the Schwerpanzer quarters head on. He's trying to demo charge it there. Wow. Talk about brass balls there from Cancerman. He's just throwing his men at it, not caring about the casualties. He's also got a ton of fuel now. He could easily go for more tanks if he wanted to, really. He's just waiting for the others to prepare, and I think he's now just trying to wreck the wreck, having given up and, you know, dealing with the T-34. Grab the fuel point. And we got against Spy Network. He's really using it a lot there. I mean, he's using it consistently. He's got a constant idea there of how Wuff is positioned and how to deal with him. I mean, that's actually impressive there. Again, most players just tend not to use abilities like that at all, but Cancerman likes his intelligence of the opponent's positions. I mean, thumbs up there. Thumbs up there. Need to fix up the Schwerpanzer quarter before Cancerman launches an assault to wreck it. I don't think Wuff is actually seeing it as an opponent, you know, target for his opponent. I mean, that's just an issue for some players. They just tend to neglect the idea that your opponent might actually want to destroy the Schwerpanzer quarter. In fact, he's going straight forward with the T-34s. It's already half health. He's got no anti-tank nearby to support it either. There you go. He's going to lose it. He's going to lose it. I mean, he can't get out any additional armor from it. That's pretty bad in the southeast. The Umpire's being swarmed here by Strafnicki. Got a booby trap there while they're on the fuel point, but oh dear, this is bad. That means he can't even get a Yak Panzer now to just help deal with the T-34s a bit. Fields was there holding by the Ostwind. With its high rate of fire there, I believe it's 20% here. Eventually 2 again. It's eventually free. It sort of really gets a high rate of fire and can just really tear into enemy infantry. So that's a little thing there. There we go. Wipes the penal trooper squad on the spot. But there we go, T-34, we need to be careful with the Ostwind again. He's not that... Need to get it out there. Blitz if necessary, Wuff. Blitz. And this is where more Sturmpanzers with the Panzerjäger would have been helpful than supporting his Ostwind, at least in the way he's playing it. More penal troops down the way for Cancerman. Positive engaged. We got more spy network there from him. Again, just constantly utilising it. Now, what will Wuff do once he's lost his Schwerpanzer corps? Will just keep calling it Ostwinds? Will he try to go for, say, a mechanised regiment? I mean, having a Puma, for example, to support the Ostwinds, the T-34s could work out, then particularly at least to get out 2 Pumas, that can work. Versus the T-34-76s. Oh, it is a bit risky nonetheless. But he's going for another kid over there. He's not going to take, take the Puma path. T-34, they're almost fetching T2. In fact, 2 of them are close to fetching T2. In the south, they're forced to be engaged here with the T-34-76s. Pushing forward there, straight into a booby trap, and I think he lost like 3 men there to it. The Ostwind got another kill. 23 kills. There's John Pioneers nearby. A kidnappers as well. T-34 moves into it, takes fire there. Need to get the Ostwind out of there. Almost got another penal trooper squad there. A kidnappers are not well set up there. Get it out of there, Wuff. Oh dear, I'm not sure if that's a misclick or pathing, whatever. It's going to lose the Ostwind. And it was close to actually free. That was probably his best chance there, I think, of getting back in the match. There was that veteran Ostwind there. I mean, he'll probably call in another Ostwind, but it's not going to be eventually too close to Veteran 3, because again, had he managed to get that one to Veteran 3, that could really allow them to take a huge, decent amount of damage there on the penal troopers. Got another T-34 though, so that's something there.
We are suffering vehicle losses.
So apparently it was the Volksgrenadiers actually igniting it somehow with the bullets. Wow, that's technically very unlikely that an infantryman can penetrate the arm of a tank even from the rear, but somehow Ludwig there did it. Impressively enough. Troops in reinforcing. He's probably going to go just for another Austrian, which again, if he'd not lost again, he could have gone for Pumas. And that I think could have been a quite, decent combo. Also there was a Strafniki pushing them away. And of course, Cancerman there can easily replace T-34s. They're trying to stash a bit of extra fuel. Halted here by the T-34-76. Also, fun fact, while it does have a reasonably high rate of fire in the game, in the actual war, it actually had a pretty reasonably slow rate of fire, simply due to the fact there was only room for 2 men in the turret, I believe, and amongst other things, that wasn't for the loader. We then sort of had to run about there, plus the ammunition was scattered, like in the T-3045. He's basically tired of the Austrians. They're actually doing a lot of damage. I mean, again, a well-handled Austrian can be a pretty potent tool versus infantry. It's just most people, tend to handle it like, T-70, which is what the Austrian is. And there you go. Booby trapping off the almost killing the Jaegers. Austrian down there engaging the Strafniki. Tearing into it again with its 30mm flak. In the south, pushed away there as well. Almost wiped them, in fact, but the last man, Vasily, gets out of there. Mine went off there, killing several Jaegers. And another T-34 there for Cancerman. And again, more spy networks. Big 2 points wise. I mean, Wuff has been able to close the gap there, but still, Cancerman's got the lead over Wuff. And the 120th Volksgrenadier Division. Grabbing points there. Austrian moving in and flying away there with its 37mm flak. But Kednev gets several hits on the T-34. And there we go. Got the Strafniki pushed back. In the centre, we got an engagement here. Veteran 5 Sturmpaniers, good work on that, by the way, Wuff. Bit rarer to see here, but the Panzerschreck does help them a lot there. Austrian moving up support, need to get the Kenner Fleet support. Sturmpaniers forced back. And up north, we got full moving hit. They almost got the MD-54, he could grab it back, but no. Gets away. On the far there from the Ostwind. And then goes successfully pushing them back. Grenade assault, he was expecting the penal troop charge, but instead he engages the max range, and the Volksgrenadiers suffer heavily for that. We got the T-34 coming from behind. Now the T-34's fixed up, and again, Vets need 2, reasonably good rate of fire. Not sure what's moving hit the Ostwind like that again. He knows his opponent has a lot of tanks. Got very lucky there, the shot bounced, very lucky. Get another spy network. I mean, really, I don't think I can recall anyone using spy network that much there. And again, against some kills. There go T-34's going off the Ostwind again. We got no anti-tank support nearby. No Sturmpaniers with Panzerschrecks like Kednevers are not there either. And there's certainly been no sign of further taking up. There again, no Pumas, no attempt at getting back tanks. No, nothing there. But Kednev and China, but it's going to get swept out here by the penal troopers. Or the T-34s, really. Pushing back the penal troops there with its 37mm flank cannon. Sturmpaniers moving up. Volksgrenadiers nearby. Got the veteran tank crews pulling back there for a bit. Dragging Cancerman down to 200 again. Spy network.
On our territory.
And got the Ostwind.
A medium tank was destroyed. Enemy forces
So that's another Osman down for Wuff there. Another Osman down. Got like Kevin there with the T-5476. Finding around the fuel point and the victory point in the north. He'll probably again go for another Osman, and there you go. Another Osman up for Wuff. T-54 engaged by the Sturm Pioneers. Down to half size though, low on health. Wuff desperately struggling here against Cancerman, who just comfortably, I think, maintains a sizable armor advantage. I mean, he's now got a lot of fuel there, for example. It's not like he's needed anymore because Wuff doesn't have that much effect there anymore. Getting over here to the T-5476, MD-34 covering up the T-54, protecting from infantry. Good work there. Osman goes after the T-54. Panzerfaust went off. Might be able to clear out the MD-34 there, but still a lot of tanks nearby. Up north, damaging another T-34. Penal troops there getting blasted by the Osman, though they're quick to take up positions behind cover. 4 kills down the Flak Panzer. And then go straight for the MD-34. Next, but there you go, T-34 strikes. Vecchi too close to Vecchi 3 actually. Gets another hit there. T-54. Academy supporting and covering up. Almost got the T-54, but the Osprey goes down first before the T-54 itself then gets cooked up.
We have lost one of our armored vehicles.
So pretty grim situation here for Wuff. Still 44 kills behind those penal troopers. 44 kills. That is crazy. That's usually reserved for units like Obersoldaten and Panzergrenadiers and Stormtroopers. Jaeger sitting southwards, he's just trying to sort of stall, I think, for another Austrian team and somehow make that work. MD-34, they're being pushed back. Blitzen 2. T-54, they're getting some good kills. We've got another Panzerfaust there. Dieter gets it off, but oh, actually doesn't. Might have been a dot, but there you go. Panzershake there from Fritz before getting killed there by the T-54. 154 versus 187. Wuff's options looking increasingly slim here, limited. His opponent just keeps getting more tanks. He's got a lot of elite infantry. And he's just got more territory. So it's not really looking good here for Wuff. No matter how many Osmans he ends up calling at this point, it's not going to have much impact. Fulton Thomas playing back. Fulton dealing with the Strafniki. 45 kills. The Kednef are being pushed back. And there you go, Wuff surrenders a loss here for Germany. The 120th Volkskondition is forced to pull back, battered and bruised before the 6th Tank Corps pushes forwards towards Germany and Berlin. I think overall issue there was in part he went for a strategy which didn't work out very well there versus the penal troops in terms of opening. He didn't get enough MD-34, he also split out his MD too far, meaning overall firepower concentration was very low for Wuff, meaning overall in most engagement initially, Terminal Cancer or Cancerman had the advantage. When he finally got the Ostwind, he had some, breakthrough time there, slowly turning things around, equalised around the second Ostwind, which then gained also eventually 2. The problem was he A, went for a Panther form, and he probably, I think, should have gone for a Panther, and B, I think he also had gone for more Sturm Pioneers with Patrick to support his armour properly. Like Kednev just really couldn't react very well to how Cancerman handled his tanks, and that really limited their utility. Panzerx would have been better, and I also think he should have gone for some orbit lines that way, threatening penal troopers much better as well. Instead, he sort of waffled about a bit, then overall I think remained not still too strong there. Bits spread out still, and overall just easy to sort of slowly but surely crush here by Cancerman's penal troops, who are just getting crazy there, and of course all the T-34s he could just constantly throw out, because overall he planned for a longer game, and in that regard he just had the advantage there. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. I hope it gives you different matches. If it did, Why not subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, send a replay and some feedback in the comment section. If you do wish to send a replay of your own, links are in the video description, and do provide details as to where you're on the leaderboards, what kind of match it is, no 3 versus 3s or 4 versus 4s, and no mixed Soviets. So this is Imperial Dane signing off, and see you all tomorrow. Cheers.